Stick around to the end to vote to reward the best player. Last time on The Dice is Right.
While the sandstorm is going, you can't see the ground anymore. It's just all covered in this red sand.
I close my eyes and I reopen them, and my eye color changes to a brilliant gold. I'm casting Detect Magic.
So everything glows.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm sorry, I don't want to be broadcasted. Will you please step away?
I want to go after him.
And he's in his house right now? Come on. I got something cool I can do. So I step to the side real quick so I'm in the window space, and I look inside, and I am casting Detect Evil and Good.
Under the rug, under the floorboards, there is like a 4-foot long object of evil.
Oh, he fucked up.
But those of you who rolled above a 15 see some silhouetted figures in the distance. As the storm cloud rolls in, they're like kind of shambling towards the town, and then when the rain hits them, they kind of disintegrate almost.
Introducing Andrew Merriman as Teddy, Curtis Gibson as Tenderball, Catherine Weber as Mickey DeVanstein, Luke Mitchell as Emmett, Logan Hubble as Communications, Evan Colby as Edward Daniel Jonah Harris O'Grady McGreen Jr. of Fresh Forest. And last but not least, your host, Pablo Demarath.
Welcome, kings, queens, and royal in-betweens to The Dice is Right, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game show with audience participation. I'm Pablo Demarath, and I'll be your dungeon master throughout this adventure. Let's begin with a spin. Tinder. Please come up.
Yeah, hold on.
With a,
Oh, wait, how much gold are you?
Yeah, you're going to need an amount of gold pieces. I would
six-
assume that you know how this works by now.
Yeah.
40 platinum.
40 platinum?
Listen, you know what happened last time,
20 more
right?
gold, if we're doing it like that.
Only 20 gold?
Yeah, only 20 more gold.
Oh, more.
420 gold.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's Tinder, come on.
40 platinum and 20 gold.
Are we? Okay.
Wow.
Are we betting all of our money?
I don't know how I feel
Pretty
about
much, yeah.
it.
Should we?
That didn't work.
Yeah, we won't be able to pay
Chances
our bar
are
tab
we
at the
won't
end
lose
of
this
this.
time.
Yeah, it's...
We're so fucked.
Come on, it's Tinder.
No.
Me and my compatriots have been decided to put in about 40 platinum and 20 gold pieces. So I think that'll be a freaky little thing, aren't
A nice round number of 420. Respin, he fucked it up.
Hold on, actually he interfered.
Bro, the camera was
so...
No, Zolikarine looks at you and like rage in his eyes, and he makes you go back to where you were. And the red panel, you were on
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah. Fucking.
The red panel lights up again, and it sucks away your gold again.
No!
So
Gotta look up what
good for me.
420
2 times in a
divided by
row.
3 is.
I'm having lots of fun. Shucks. That's how the game goes, though.
We'll win it next time.
Bye-bye.
be able to pay our bar tab.
Zolikarine disappears along with the wheel. But before we can get back to you guys, we're going to head back to the Mind Flare base real quick to see what's going on there.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, so we follow Zolikarine and the wheel back to the base. Zolikarine kind of, like you hear from one of the technicians, kind of like a cut, back to main cameras, and you see there's a couple Mind Flare technicians in front of some, like a control panel of sorts that each have like scryo orbs in front of them, and they're like kind of hovering around the party and what you guys are doing. and we'll head back further into the base to find a small room that has 15 like vials with bubbling like nutrient in them. And towards the back there's 3 boxes, each with red buttons inlaid in them. And the last box has an activated glowing red button that's pushing out of the top of it, and it has a countdown going, and it says 000 days, 011 hours, and 48 seconds, or 48 minutes 48 seconds, and it's counting down slowly. And we'll cut back to our heroes.
Oh shit.
I just realized what that all meant.
Time has started again. It's currently raining. You guys saw the figures, or those of you who passed your perception check saw the figures in the distance crumble in the rain. And it is up to you if you want to share that information with those around you. That includes the villagers.
We're in our rooms, right?
No, you're outside.
Okay.
You were on your way back to the inn, and you're all standing out in the storm currently.
Okay, so I got
raining?
Yeah, it's raining for the first time, and like people are like collecting some of the water in their tankards and stuff.
At least the sun's gone.
Are we gonna talk about what we saw?
What?
Yeah,
So
I'm-
what?
Who is nearest to me?
In the party,
Yeah.
it would be probably Teddy and Mickey.
Okay, then to Teddy and Mickey. Did you guys just see some like sand creatures die in this rain?
I nod profusely, yes.
No, I didn't see anything. I've been too focused on the storm.
Well, I think we got some sand goblins or something.
Sand goblins.
Edward Daniel Jonah Harris O'Grady McGreen Jr. of Thrush Forest. Are you concerned or excited or a mix?
Probably a mix.
Some of the villagers start like bringing out like water collection devices, buckets and stuff, because the well has been covered up with sand. And so they're collecting what they can from the storm while it's going. What would you like to do?
I frolic in the rain.
I'm still outside with Tinder and communications.
Yeah. Well, you guys have met up with the rest of the group by now.
Okay.
You were there to perceive the sand monsters as
Would
well.
you say that we've relayed the information that these
Well,
three
what you presume is sand monsters.
that these 3 know about?
You can tell them.
I mean,
Do you want to do a small little group huddle and tell them? Okay.
Now the
I
question
gotta
is,
one sec.
now that we're all huddled like this, we should probably put our hands together and say team,
I
right?
think
Absolutely
so.
not.
I think
Okay,
so.
We should
So-
wait till the
100%.
end to do that.
I want to ask what you 3 found out
Oh,
while you were out.
well, Tinder discovered a bit of nasty work going on inside the guy's house.
Nasty work.
Yeah, something. What was it, Tinder?
4 feet long under the
Tinder.
floorboards.
What did you say?
Huh?
In the house,
What? What house?
Oh dear.
the one that we were just at. You looked inside, you casted a bit of magic or something in it, and you found something underneath the floorboard. Something evil, I think it was. Tinder.
Yes. Oh yes. There was something 3 to 4 feet underneath, 3 to 4 feet in length in the floorboards.
Right.
So he was acting suspicious for a reason.
He was quite protective of that amulet he
Yeah,
was
I
holding.
conjure it in my hand. This thing.
Oh.
It's some kind of locket. It's got something inside. I've no idea what it is though.
Okay, and now we all know. Cool.
3 or 4 feet of something evil could definitely be a creature.
It could be a creature, could be a staff, could be a spear, could be a painting, could be a scroll,
Well,
could be a.
It could be a lot
all
of
we,
things.
Regardless,
all we need
we
to
oughta
know is
check it
that
out.
Mine
it's
is
evil.
But I don't want to do
Something.
without raising any suspicion. I don't
That's
want
just
to
your
raise a
body.
panic.
Well,
and I
wait, which
definitely
thumb
don't
are you
want to tip
talking
him
about?
off.
The monsters on Elm Street style.
Fuck off.
Well,
That does not work.
why don't we get a
Son of a
search
bitch.
warrant from the city elder and we'll head over?
Is he? No.
I
Oh,
agree
just
that
one
we
little
should stay
search warrant?
quiet
We don't
about
tell
the
anybody.
situation.
We tell no one.
Well, but we could just we
No.
could tell the.
Absolutely not.
What if they're the masterminds?
Well, why not?
Because frankly, weird shit's going on in this town, and I don't trust no one.
And then I turn the party attention back to the rain, and then I mention to everybody, for the people that didn't see them, that there are figures in the
Were
rain.
figures.
Were figures.
They
and then
kind
they
of fell over and ceased to exist.
Right.
Was it?
When
So
the
they
rain started.
disappeared with the rain coming in.
But we only saw them like once the rain started, so they were in
No,
the sand.
like, your attention was drawn to the north when you came out of the building because of the cloud rolling in, and under the cloud rolling in, you saw the figures, and then when the rain reached the figures, they ceased to exist.
Is the storm covering like the whole village, or?
It is now. It's like passing over,
Ooh.
but you can see the edge of the cloud now.
Looks like we've got to play some tower defense.
Does
boy.
anyone have
Well, hold on. Behind the cloud, like you can see the sand starting to come in again.
Storm's not gonna last much longer.
Should
Sand
we?
back.
You were gonna ask something,
I
Mickey?
want to know, why did this cloud just happen?
Storms
Does
roll in and
anyone-
out all of the time.
Because they said that there was consistent storm of sand for like 3 days now, right?
It was like 2 days, but yeah.
Well, if you saw some figures up in the
Yeah,
near the
what,
mountains.
what's suspicious to me is that we saw these sand figures right as the rain started,
Right.
which says to me that there's probably someone nearby who's combating these sand creatures using rain.
I think we're
Are we
gonna-
sure
I
that the
think
Well,
we're
we
gonna
need to
have go
find out if
north.
the rain
We
is
can-
magical in nature.
Or Tinder could check with his special eyes.
Yeah, I
or
could,
whatever.
but I have to expend a spell slot for it. But since we're
It's-
taking a long
I
rest,
mean, the day's gonna be ending soon anyway.
I am going to close my eyes, take a deep breath, and detect magic.
As you kind of look up at the sky, it's just a normal rain cloud, but the glow starts to come in as the sand starts to come back in.
Wait, sand is coming back in already.
Like
As the sun's
anywhere where the
passing.
rain isn't, the sand has started to start coming in again.
From those
persistent bastard.
little slivers of not sand,
Mm-hmm.
looking up at the sky, am I able to see anything above the clouds, essentially?
Other than the sky, no.
Even with that detect magic up?
There's nothing magical above the clouds, no.
I think the direction's clear. We have to move
Right.
north to see what's there.
I
also have
I have an
to-
idea. Emmett, maybe with the commotion the rain has caused, Oakley won't be at his house. We could investigate what's beneath his floor.
Why would
Can I
he-
see Oakley around? Is he outside?
No.
He wouldn't be outside if it was raining. Most humans don't like.
Well, but
Well,
the
so we
rain.
need to collect water.
We can come
And the
back.
sand
We
is
can come
good.
back tomorrow. He'll probably be outside during the day.
We should go at night.
No, we'll be
I
home
think-
at night.
I think
and
if we have the cover of
We'll
the
be
sandstorm, we'll be a lot easier.
You guys
to
have been
deal
huddled
with.
for a while, and some people are starting to like there are people around you that are like ready for the team thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm
No,
not
Hey guys,
doing
let's
it.
team and then meet back in the room.
I walk
and
away.
We
Whose-
can discuss.
Whose room are we going to?
I just start walking back to the
Let's
tavern.
let's
I'm
all
not
go
doing
to Tinder's room and we can discuss things there.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Ready, everybody?
Team.
Team.
We all do it out of sync.
And
There's
everyone goes about their way unless you want to talk to any of the other notable villagers.
I'm gonna purposefully collect some rain and then go back.
I personally still think we should be getting a search warrant, but I'm not going to go behind the party about that. So
So
My-
yeah, let's
I'll
cut
go back
to
to
going up to Tinder's room.
Wait.
Uh,
Before we do that, if the sand creatures are, well, assuming that they're sand creatures, if they disappear in rain, maybe we should collect some water while there is water, because none of us
what I
have
did.
water creation spells.
Well, that's not technically true. I don't think.
Fair enough.
I have water creation.
I think I might have something that I can. Yes, I have something that I can do. I just have to prepare it, which I can keep it prepared.
All right. With that, are we good to go up to Tinder's room?
Can I
I'm sorry.
Are there any like rain catching barrels in the area?
There's barrels in the area that people are using to catch rain.
All right. I'm just gonna keep note of that.
Yeah.
Just open your
Yeah.
back.
People are catching the rain, and as they see the sand come in, they cover all the barrels again.
You could just open your back.
Hmm?
You could just
Fill
open your
Fill up
back.
all your
With
storage
water.
space with water.
Oh yeah.
Just slosh around.
I
as you
mean,
walk.
yeah. I don't really have
You're like
anything in there.
flood.
Other than,
Oh my god.
Well, by
I
the
don't
time
really
that
keep
you've thought
anything
of
in there
this,
other
the,
than all
um,
this money.
the sand has already returned.
Can I
Fill it up with sand.
can I approach one of the citizens with barrels of water and inquire? Perhaps I could fill my back compartment with water.
What do you need water for?
Mm,
To start.
emergency.
I mean, I'll give it to you. It just seems like it'd be a lot easier to hold in the barrel than. Look, I'm gonna leave this barrel here. You do what you want with it. And he kind of like takes it off his cart and leaves it in front of the inn. And
All right, I'm gonna like climb in the barrel and like. Yep.
Fill up like your old water gun. Like,
I'm all
I
in.
hope you're waterproof until the bubbles stop.
Well,
popping out.
it's fine.
Is he waterproof?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
For
I
now.
just my entire like back compartment, other than like a couple flasks of oil, like.
They're just floating around in there.
That's not suspended in a tank of water.
Well, no, the flasks of oil are contained. Either way, we're not using it to drink.
We're using it to.
In emergency scenarios.
In case we need water, get off my ass about this. Come on.
Come on.
All right, let's go to Tinder's room, guys.
I walk
let's
with
go
like
back
I
in
walked
the
with like
inn.
more weight than usual. I'm just like soaked.
Maybe you should like grab the water.
So
you know,
we're
like,
all-
before we
We're all
left
sprawled
town or
out
something.
on Tinder's bed.
Yeah, I'm like
Um,
crisscross
That way we
applesauce.
wouldn't be
Yeah,
like,
hanging
never
out.
know.
Yeah. So.
Whatever.
Yeah, this room is actually pretty similar to Oakley's room. It's got just like a simple, like full-size bed, some like a couple rugs on the floor, like a small empty wardrobe that you can put your stuff into. It's got a chest with a lock on it that's separate from the lock from your door, and yeah.
what's the plan of attack here?
Well, first off, I think we ought to thank our host, Tinder, for hosting our meeting in his room.
Oh, you know, ever since that that little bit of firelight that we had, I've been wanting to do it again. So, more than happy
It
to.
was a good time.
It was a good time.
Secondly, what's this I hear about breaking into this guy's house?
We're not. Yeah, we're breaking into his house essentially.
So-
There's no way to sugarcoat
Well,
it.
the reason why is he has a magical artifact, or there is a creature inside of his house that is evil.
So why don't we get a search warrant?
Because we don't want to raise a panic.
And we can't trust all the town
Right, the
members.
We
citizens
don't have to
around
trust
here-
all the townspeople. We only need to trust the 2 people that we've already talked to and who have been very straightforward with us.
Yeah, and I don't trust them.
And they hired us.
Well, not particularly.
One of them may have, the other one might have just agreed with it.
Who was it that sent in the request for us to come in?
We have to investigate that.
So
but either way,
you don't know that. All you know is, like, you don't know who sent it. You just know that the elders, specifically Becky Forrester, said that they sent in a request, but they never referred to who they was. So it could be the townspeople in general, or the elders, or they as a person that they have not introduced you to.
The point
I,
is,
I say we ask Miss Forrester who sent in the request.
The
And-
other threat at hand right now is the figures that we saw out. So, what is our course of action? Are we going to investigate the figures first, or are we going to confront Becky?
I think we should exhaust all of our options in town before we go out
Yeah.
and look
Okay.
for
I
anything.
agree.
I agree.
So, yeah.
If
I
we do
think-
run into these sand critters, though, they are vulnerable to water, and
So
I need to
much
see
so.
if he can
Theoretically.
fill up his whole body with it.
My thing is, we have someone who's done this before here. You said you used to be a monster hunter.
Of sorts, yeah. I did odd jobs. Monster hunting, search and rescue. I broke into places before.
But monster hunting was on one
Yes,
of them.
monster hunting was one of them.
I mean, if this thing, whatever is causing this sandstorm, is either got to be a monster or evil enough to be a monster. So I think following Emmett's lead is probably our best bet because he's done it before.
I disagree. Look, you're really undermining me a lot today, Tinder. Look, I've watched a shit ton of this fucking show, and I don't think you understand that about me. I know exactly how to deal with these creatures. And you don't even respect me as an equal member of the team. I wanted some fucking snake juice earlier, and you're like, nah, you're a kid. You get water. Like,
Eddie, relax. I'm aware you may feel undermined. You may feel you're young. I get it, but there's no reason to be mad about not getting snake juice.
No, I get what he's saying.
I don't blame Tinder. He may not have even realized, but I want you to be aware of our concern. My biggest concern is that it may be the elders who orchestrated this problem. And if we go straight to them, they're just going to throw us on wild goose chases.
I just think it gives us a much stronger claim of civil authority if we have a search warrant. I think our chances of this guy cooperating with us, our chances of things not going poorly and not going our way, are much better.
I agree.
We have a warrant.
Well, why don't we?
We should talk to them. I agree.
Why don't we try it out?
Keep in mind.
I will say the guy does not like being watched, especially by the recordings. And I had to do a lot of convincing to assure him that I wasn't being watched when I went to see him. If we get a warrant and go in, he will be warned. Therefore, he'll have time to hide things, and he will not want to cooperate when he's being watched.
Getting a warrant doesn't give him any forewarning. We arrive with the warrant.
Any
That
form
doesn't
of
account for them warning him if they're in cahoots.
So we go straight from there to there.
Or we just go there, tell no one, and take care of business.
No,
I don't want to.
It strikes me wrong to do that.
I think, yes, I think we should immediately, though, try and go from one place
As
to the
in, be
other.
ahead of those elders.
What if we have someone stay with the house? Or one or two people stay at the house, the others go get the warrant, come back, and that way the people who are already there will be able to notify us if anything
I
shifty
agree.
happened.
Me and Mickey could stay there.
I was going to say, we could have Tinder. You can turn invisible.
Yeah.
He could
Well, only for a short amount of time, but I'm also really insightful and pretty good at holding people in one
I'm
place.
fairly dexterous. And,
I'm pretty good at hiding if that helps.
I was
you.
going to say, or you stay and watch him in the house, since I know you're quite sneaky, and the rest of us go get the warrant. And then after we get the warrant, some of us stay with the elders while the others go to the house, or at least come with walk with the elders to the house, as to ensure that they don't warn him if they're in cahoots.
And if anything goes wrong, we have our signal whistles.
Yeah, we
Forgot
do.
about that.
So I'll stay
That was a
with
really
the,
good
I'll
idea,
walk
Emmett.
with the elders and talk to them as you guys go to the house once we get the warrant.
Okay.
I just
Well,
wanna make
is
sure
that the
nothing
plan? We do that first
slips
thing in the
through.
morning?
I think that's the plan.
Sounds
Tinder,
Okay.
I'm sorry I got so mad at you earlier. And
okay.
Teddy, thank you for helping me calm down.
Yes, I'm aware you've been wanting to unlock your rage, but now is not the time nor the place.
Oh no.
I have some things to take care of, and then I'll be heading to bed, so I'll see you guys in the morning.
One small problem. My signal whistle is currently submerged.
Well, you can
That's
stick
why you
with one
stay
of
with
us.
the group.
Yeah.
Can communications even use the signal whistle?
He doesn't have lips. Well, yeah.
Do you,
we
do you open
established
the
you
front
can make a
panel and just
vaguely
like turn on the
whistle-esque
fan on
note.
high power and then hope?
Yeah.
He just like has high pressure. He just has
Like,
like
he
a
has a
pneumatic
little
tube
plug.
that comes out
He
of
just
his
plugs
finger
it,
and
just-
sticks it in the whistle.
Calculating
Little
windward
window. It's like a
trajectory.
USB. Whistle.mp4.
I'm gonna wait a little bit after everyone's cleared out, and then I'm gonna sigh, take out. I'm gonna get it from communications before he leaves. I'm gonna get 5 silver. I'm gonna buy some mead. I'm actually gonna get a gold piece, and I'm gonna get 2 things of mead. I'm gonna walk up.
It's 5 copper, by the way.
5 copper, sorry.
Yeah.
1 silver piece. And go to your door, Eddie's.
It's unlocked.
Well, it's not snake juice, but I'd rather you drink it if you had company. And now that the day's finished, it would make a bit more sense if you're inclined. If you don't want the company, then
It's alright. I don't need it.
well, I'm gonna leave it here because I paid for it, and you could put it in a flask. I'm sorry I made you feel that way today.
It's alright. I'm a little worried about you, Tinder. I noticed when we started the day, you were in a solid state of mind. And then when we started planning, it seemed as though you got bored and popped a mushroom.
Well, I wasn't bored. My mind likes to trail off and run wild. Sometimes it likes to run to places I don't want to follow it.
I understand.
I'll try tomorrow.
Tinder, it's alright. If you need the assistance, and if you need help from any of us, we're happy to help. But I won't force you to take that help. Because I as a person who values independence, I understand that you might be the same way.
Yeah, I'm just going through a lot at the moment, but I'll try tomorrow. Okay.
Alright.
Have a good night, man.
You too.
Go back. Chills. That's really good.
So, I assume everyone retires for the night?
Mm-hmm. Nope. I've got a plan.
No!
Boy.
The storm is gone, though, right?
Yes. The storm has been gone for a while, a couple hours. As you guys retreated up and started to... So, sun has set by now. I would say it's about... Sunset at about 6. It's about 8 o'clock now. Is that okay for your plan?
At night?
Yeah.
At night.
Well, it's not like a...
Picking up the trash.
So basically, I try to go into a trance like I normally would as a construct, but I'm unable to
I
for
am
reasons unknown to me.
Also unable to sleep. Or trance.
I stand up abruptly and just walk out of my room, and I'm gonna go and find a shop that sells like utilities.
Okay. Sure. So you would be going to, let me pull it up. Grace General.
Mm-hmm.
So as you walk in, you can see Lori and her other group of friends just kind of messing around at the counter. And when she hears the bell, she kind of perks up and looks over. She's like, "Oh, communications! Hey."
Do you have tubing?
You
I
bet
don't-
your ass I do.
I don't believe I can check. What is tubing?
It's
It's like a hollow rope.
It's it's similar to a hollow rope, but made of a water resistant material. So it.
No, I don't believe we do. Let's
Is it-
why don't we walk around the store and check out for it? So basically what that means is you can look in your player's handbook, and if there's anything that will serve your purpose in there, they will have it.
I'll find something.
And while this is going on, I hold on. Yep. Okay. So I.
Oh no.
I suffer from night terrors usually, but they've been getting worse and worse recently.
But this night, I'm the terror.
And so, let's just say that for the party members that are still in the inn with me, there's some very unpleasant noises happening from my room, like audible enough to well concern.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
I'm right
Well,
up there with
before everyone comes to Mickey's aid, what noises are these? Like screech? Is it screaming? Is it like unhuman noises? Is it
Very unhuman. I don't think, player-wise, I could replicate
all right?
what's in
Give
there.
me an approximation, and I'll try it.
And then it's like
Oh,
very low growl, very.
I mean, I can attempt it. I don't know how.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, sexy.
No.
I wonder if it's like a.
Is it not like the Minecraft zombie?
I have to.
It's not zombie. No.
I can't do it with the mascot.
It's almost like very, very low, growly breathing, like a creature has awoken of some kind.
Here, do it
Yeah.
close to the microphone.
Yeah, something like that. Let's go with that.
That's scary.
Maybe
Cool.
it's just snoring.
And you've never heard this noise
Oh yeah, dude.
before, from Mickey at least. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have my longsword out and I'm approaching the door.
I was gonna say, I
Yeah,
like have
everyone
my hand,
except for communications knocks on the
Everyone like
door.
backs against the door.
I just have like my hand on my like my club or axe behind me, just like ready.
Why are you guys armed?
We hear. Why are we still waiting here? We hear growling. Open the door.
No, everyone except
Yeah, do you answer?
Edward is just at the door,
I
like
do
politely
not
knocking.
answer.
Everyone
It's
else.
their choice
alright.
whether or not to enter.
I'm casting detect good and evil.
Okay, cool.
So
Oh fuck this! I'm kicking the door down.
yeah.
I want everyone to understand. I'm under the impression that Mickey's just snoring.
So the reason why I'm doing this is if there's a fiend within 30 feet, I would know.
So
Or if there's
I
an
can't
object.
answer that question.
Yes. Okay.
So Mickey.
So when you cast detect good and evil, what you see through the door is the shape of my body, and I am currently floating off the ground, and half of me is good, half of me is not.
Oh shit.
Anyway, as I said, I'm kicking the door down.
I'm gonna like shoulder back.
And you can
like
see like a battle
Me and
between
Teddy
the
got
two.
this.
Mickey,
So
it's
you
have to
have
do
to
it?
the door
No,
open?
it's a door in a small town inn. You can just kind of, with your body mass alone, just kind of pop it.
Yeah, we
you
both just
awake?
shoulder checked the door.
And then
You're
we see this,
snoring
and
pretty loudly.
Can I like? Is it? Can I get like close to you to like try
Well, yeah.
and shake you awake?
Beforehand, Mickey, does anything happen when the door opens?
When the door opens, I will describe to you what you see. I'm floating, and I'm facing it's like a profile view, so I'm facing towards like the wall, so you can see like my side. I'm looking at my hands, and you can see that my eyes are glowing like a hellish orange color, and this is not the Mickey that you know at all. This is not a person.
This is your left side, yeah?
Can I?
Or is it both sides now?
Well, here you can see tears running down my face, and but I can't speak. There's no words. It's just the breathing that I described to you earlier.
Can I like approach and attempt to like shake you out of this? Like wake up, kid!
mean,
You
you
need to
can
get out of this
try.
trance.
Yeah, go for it.
Will I get like hurt at all if I do this?
I don't
You
know.
won't know till you try.
I have no idea what's going on.
I'm gonna try.
I'm passing DMing over to Catherine.
I'm gonna take my hand off and like try.
I don't know what the
walk
fuck's going
over
on.
and like put my hands on your shoulders, like wake up, kid! What is happening?
if
Let's
the
find out
shaking
what
gets a
happens.
little too violent,
I'm not. It's not like I'm No, I'm just like, wake up. You gotta get out of this.
No.
Roll a strength check.
Okay, fucking. Pablo has lost all control of the
after this check, can
situation.
we cut back to me? I have my plan.
That would be
He holds up a raft.
That would be an 8. I fucking rolled a 4.
Okay, so you put your hands on me and then you instantly have to take them off because it's hot to the my skin is hot to the touch. It hurts. Shit. And then
Communications, get over here.
I'm not
He's
even.
not here.
You call out for communications and you turn around and
Because I know his back
there's
is
like a
full of
dotted
water, so I
outline
can,
where
like, stick my
communications
hands
that's
in.
like
I'll pull my
blinking.
water flask and dump it on your hands.
I'm gonna take the blanket from the bed and try throwing it over Mickey and see what happens.
it incinerates.
That's no good.
Wait. Can we
And
go back to
then
me?
after the blanket incinerates, I finally kind of I stop looking at my hands and my neck violently snaps towards everybody else, and I still don't speak, or I try to, but it's mostly just like very low growling that sounds kind of like words, but not really.
I'm gonna hunch over and hold my hand out, holding my amulet, and I begin to speak in giant, whispering slowly. As I move forward, and I don't care if I take points of damage, but I'm gonna press my hand to your forehead, and I'm gonna use my channel divinity to. It essentially restores hit points, but try and essentially give you that calming sensation of healing that he gives off when he does that. And
Okay.
just press it.
Well, let's see. As you touch, are you touching her forehead?
Yeah, just the forehead.
Okay.
But equal on both sides.
Right. As you touch Mickey's forehead, her eyes start to kind of glimmer out of that orange color, and for a second they come back to normal, and she looks. This is probably the most afraid that she's ever looked in her life, and then she falls over and passes out on the ground.
Welcome, folks, to the Trinket Minute. That's where I talk about our sponsors in a minute, because no one likes sponsors. I like them. If you buy from them, it gives me money. Also, I have to give them time in the video, but this makes it funnier because stress is funny. Hey, Goblin, start the counter already. All right, our first sponsor is FirelightFables.com. They make good-smelling, sustainably sourced candles. What's not to like? Christmas is coming up. You gotta buy something. For that one friend, you don't know what they like because they just hide out all the time in their stupid little gaming corner playing Valorant. So why not get them a candle to make their gaming corner smell a little bit better? Go to FirelightFables.com and use code DICEISRIGHT for 10% off your purchase. Oh boy, I used a lot of time saying trash and Valorant and gamers. Here's RollerDie.shop. They make cool stuff. They're a D&D essentials shop that has dice trays, source books, graphic tees. That are pretty cool. Here's some now. Wow, that's amazing. Thanks, editor me. You're gonna hate me. This one has a class on it. This is a mug. It tells you what's good about the class and the essential information. Man, I'm running out of time. Subscribe to The Dice is Right. Vote on the episodes. Turn on notifications and tell a friend. Bye.
After surveying the shop for a little bit, I turned my head to the who is it
This is Lori Gray. Yeah.
Do you have any experience in arts and crafts?
She looks over towards her friends and they're all like, yeah, we had to do some for school. What do you...
I am going to buy the amount of water skins empty necessary to be sewn together and make a valve between my water compartment and into my hand where an Eldritch Blast would normally come out.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
He's making a water gun.
She kind of looks at you like, so I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I'm not a tailor, but lucky for you, we have a tailor in town. You should go see Mr. Carver. He runs the tailor shop just a couple buildings over. He's done for the day. He's most likely gone to bed. But if you get up tomorrow morning, you can probably go and meet him.
Or I could go tonight.
He's
Is that a threat?
he's sleeping.
I could wake him up.
Look, communications, I
What is his
understand that
name?
you're very new and don't really quite understand etiquette, but usually when people are sleeping, you don't go and wake them up.
This is a very important matter.
Can't
At the
it
moment,
wait
I'm
like
currently
8
without
hours?
purpose or usefulness.
I can't stop you. You know that.
I do know that.
Do
I
as
would
you
like
will.
to buy the required material.
Sure thing. And she rings you up for how many water skins are you buying?
All right.
Necessary.
How many do you think would need?
A water
to-
skin is about 1 foot long, I'd say.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
want to buy like 30?
Like 4?
30. Oh my god. 30.
Like 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, 4 sounds good.
Yeah. So that's 2 SP
needs a big
each.
hose?
But that's if they're full of water. Could I?
They're going to be 1 silver piece each.
Okay, 1 silver
So
piece
4
each.
silver pieces.
So 4 silver pieces. Then I'll buy. Is there not a sewing kit? Or no? But I'm going to a person who has that.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna thank you, and I just like walk.
Yeah, like thank you. Your head turns around and then your body follows. And you walk out, and like they're all kind of like peering at you from behind the counter.
And then I reopen the door. Like, where is the tailor's house?
Oh yes, sorry. And she like kind of jogs her way to the front and points you, as best she can through the sandstorm at night towards the
I'm
tailor's
just gonna
shop.
walk blindly in that
Yeah.
door.
Oh my god.
Cool.
All right. Can I? I'll go do
Let's quickly cut back to the other scene because there's aftermath.
that. All right.
I'm out.
Yeah, I sit down.
I'm gonna go get some hot soup and pay for that blanket. I'll be back.
I'm gonna make sure Teddy's hands are okay. Are you alright?
It's for the. I mean, they're
The water's kind of like lukewarm,
It's,
so
I'm.
Oh wait, you didn't take any damage.
I
Never
didn't-
mind.
I didn't take damage.
Yeah.
I'm just like that fucking hurt. It's like when you accidentally touch a hot pan.
Yeah,
You're just
that's
like, shit.
Yeah, you're able to save yourself from getting burned, but you still feel it.
Oh, it's just
yeah.
like
And I
yeah.
don't have a water skin anymore. I can get one later.
he poured his water out. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm just sitting there, just like,
If you know better.
okay, I'm fine.
So Mickey's
good.
just passed out on the bed now.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, no, on the
Alright.
floor. I was
On the floor?
Yeah.
No,
I thought you
I-
were hovering over the bed.
I pick her up and I'm gonna set her on the bed, and then I'm going to walk into my room, stay there for a second, then I walk back out, and I currently have a lute in my hand, and I'm going to sit down and start to play it very
Is
softly.
Luis at the desk downstairs still?
She is not. She's retired to bed.
Do I know where she would be staying?
Yeah, she.
These dice suck.
She has a room like kind of by the stairs on the bottom floor. Are you gonna knock on her door?
So I'm gonna knock on her door. And I'm doing. Look really guilty and sad.
Oh my god.
He's just like,
So you knock on her door.
Yeah.
She like 1 second, and you hear like some rustling, and she comes out about 30 seconds later and opens the door just a crack. Oh, hi Edward. What do you need?
Hey, there's been a little bit of a fire-related problem in
Oh.
one of our rooms.
Is
Everything's taken care of.
Okay.
I just wanted to. How much do you pay for your blankets?
Standard price.
I love
All right, I know what that is by memory. So here's 5 silver pieces.
Oh, okay. I have extra blankets. Do you need another one?
Yeah.
Okay. And she gives me a sec. Give me a sec. She closes the door again, and she reappears later and walks down the hallway to a small closet where there's a bunch of blankets and pillows and stuff like that.
Awesome. This is kind of short notice, but do you have any like hot soup or calming tea?
I can make some.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, I'll have that up.
There was a little bit of a fiasco.
What room do you want me to bring that up to?
Do I know the room numbers?
I'd assume so, yeah.
I'll say
It's
Mickey's
1 through
room
6,
number.
so
Yeah.
it'd be 3 for her.
Yeah, so room 3, please.
Yeah. And she says, yeah, sure thing. And she kind of drowsily walks over to the kitchen.
Making that poor woman cook you a meal in the middle of the night.
Well, it's not for me. It's for Mickey's just had a traumatic experience.
She understands something happened.
Yeah.
She's not gonna pry.
She's gonna see it later though.
And I'm gonna start heading back now.
Why
Yeah,
are there
sure.
ashes? Oh.
There's just gonna be a scorch mark on the wall.
Well, okay, hold on. She's not a stupid woman. She's seen the show. She knows Mickey has fire magic. She knows that a blanket was burned, and she knows that there needs to be hot soup delivered to Mickey's room.
Does she know that the blanket was burned? We only said it would.
We said something happened, and then he
think she
paid
did
for a
imply-
blanket.
He said there was a
fire-related
fire-related thing, and that he needs to pay for a blanket. So,
Yeah, you can put 2 and 2 together with that one.
yeah,
I return with a blanket.
right. Well, so what's going on in this room now?
Well, okay, so.
You're just playing your lute? Do you respond in any way, or you're just out?
I'm out.
Okay.
Although I will let, who was with me? Teddy was with me. I will let Teddy notice that those tea leaves that I put in my drink earlier are like seeping out of my hood pockets in the corner, and they're like, there's a lot of them. You take notice of that.
I just like go over and like scoop them up. I'm like, she was drinking this earlier today.
Hmm.
Can I roll a nature check on that?
Yeah, sure.
My intelligence.
Now the
sucks.
question, Catherine, is do you know what those are?
Can I roll
Okay.
Well, it's not, probably wouldn't be in there. This is I made this up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
I know what it is.
My question is, can it be a survival instead of a nature if I'm trying to figure out what it does, not what it is?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. That's a 14.
14. Okay.
That would pass.
You will recognize this as, it's called Devil's Tail, or that's what Mickey would know it as. It is essentially an herb that you can use to brew a tea with, and it has very calming effects on the body, more calm than most people would be comfortable with. What I mean by that is, if a normal person that isn't used to it were to drink it, they wouldn't be able to move for the next few hours or so, at least.
So we need
I
something.
wouldn't touch
So
that.
at this point, it's been some time after smuggling some of her devil's tail away. It's been some time, and
My burned hands post that. I'm like, you're just like,
It's just like totally numb, and you're like,
I'm just sitting against the wall. I'm facing like the bed, and I'm just sitting there. I was originally just sitting there, just making sure nothing happens again. But I'm just like, after touching that, I'm like,
I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm gonna shut my eyes.
yeah. So Mrs. Atwood comes up with a hot bowl of
I'm
soup.
brewing tea. Just in the
And
middle of the.
yeah, a hot bowl of soup, and kind of knocks on the door. Who answers?
I'll answer it.
Okay. She's like, "Is everything okay in there, or are you guys
Everything's fine.
Okay.
Just a little
just
incident.
careful not to burn down my inn, please?"
Of course.
We promise we won't.
We have a friend with lots
Is
of
everyone in
water.
there?
Yes.
Everyone but Kami.
Okay.
We don't know where our
You someone is.
mechanical friend
Well,
is.
have a good night. If you need anything else, don't feel afraid to knock on my door again.
Oh dear.
Hey, thank you so much. And actually,
Usually it's a
just
bit
for
worse.
this whole thing, I want to give you this, and I'll
Okay.
give her another gold piece.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry for all the trouble this late at night.
No, it's fine. You're my guests, and you're here to solve our problem.
Have a wonderful night.
You too. And she hands you the soup, closes the door, and heads back down.
I'll take the soup over to you guys.
Just set
she's-
it on the nightstand for right now.
Right.
Sit down the tea.
Put it
Okay.
down.
Did you put it like right next to me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I the tea, like, steam kind of wafts into my face.
French music starts
And
playing.
It's like the cartoonish pie.
and finally, you see some movement, you know that I'm alive, and at least I'm alive.
That's good.
And my eyes they can barely open, and I still can't speak, but I make direct eye contact with Tinder.
Hi. Good morning.
It's still the middle of the night.
Yeah, I'm aware.
And my eyes are filled with
Hey,
fear.
you're finally awake.
Yeah, my eyes are like, I look confused and afraid. I don't know why you're all in my room.
We heard a noise. We came in. You were levitating, and you incinerated a blanket.
You had a nightmare.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I tried to wake you up.
You're okay.
That didn't work too good.
Oh,
Well,
and
he's
then
high, by
I
the
look
way.
at you and I see that you had your hands full. I can smell that you had it on you, and I'm like, oh
It was coming out of your pockets, and I saw you were drinking it. I figured I'd collect it for you.
You're gonna have a very good night's rest.
I'm just gonna go to bed right here.
I'm gonna try and
that.
lead Teddy back to his room.
Thank you.
Thank you, friend.
Come on.
Some people react really well to this, some people do not.
I'm sleepy.
doing all right.
I'm gonna go
We'll get you to bed, buddy. We'll get you to bed. Come
I
on.
don't know when I'll
Thank
wake
you.
up.
I'm-
No problem.
I'll just
Just make
go
sure
to
she's
sleep.
okay, will you? I'll take Teddy back to his room.
Good night.
I'll tuck him in. Give him a little kiss on forehead. Close the door and come back.
In reality, it's
So-
just. You turn around and close the door.
But I'm so
Evan's not a
I'm
compassionate
just like
person. What
I
is
tower
this?
over you, so I feel nothing. I'm just like,
Emmett knows no love.
I put him in his bed. I tuck him in and I'll head
Mom.
back.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
So, is that all you'd like to do for this scene? Or is there something else you'd like to add?
well, I sober up as much as I can, and that I can't really sit up because I'm very weak, but I can mutter. So, instead of asking what happened or anything, because I was already informed, I just keep apologizing over and over and over again, like very softly, like, sorry.
You're okay.
I have
What is she
a
muttering
very,
about
very serious look about me. Mickey, it's all right, really. And we brought you some soup. You had some sort of very serious magical episode. Do you know what could have caused it?
And then I think hard as I try to drink while laying down. My tea kind of spills everywhere.
Just like
Pour
spill
yourself.
a little bit on yourself and just like
Boiling.
And then my stare goes into like a deep voided place. Like you can tell that it's like the 1,000 mile. And then I come back, and I can't give you any information.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out my, well, it's a vial off to the side that I have. And actually, I don't know whether or not I would have that. We talked about me having it at some point, but I haven't used it yet, so I'm gonna, because
I am currently unaware of what you're speaking.
it's a vial of holy water.
Oh, yeah.
I take a bit of powdered silver and iron, and I mix them, and I walk over to you, and I pour it on the center of your forehead. And I'm casting protect. It's my last spell slot for the day. Protection from evil and good. So you're protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, undead, and fiends.
Oof. You cast it, and
You cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them for the duration.
I didn't expect you to do this. This isn't good.
Yeah, I had a
So,
hunch
real
now.
quick, Mickey, before you do anything of this, you are not possessed.
Right,
I just want to clear that up before
No.
you do anything drastic.
right. But
Yeah,
I have a very visceral reaction to this. it hurts. It hurts really bad. And you can see the horn on my head kind of starts to like twist out more.
Oh, I end this spell.
And I fall back and I have a sigh of relief. And I look at you, Tinder, and I go, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh, I do. You're half fiend.
Pass that again. I'm like, no. I try to process the information. I'm literally just like, I'm conked, man.
Yeah. So as you pass out, we'll head back over to communications.
We can take care of this
Communications,
another
you have located Mr. Carver's shop.
He's off to terrorize the tailor.
I just
There's no response.
Tailor.
There's no response from your
Taylor?
incessant
Taylor?
knocking.
There's no response. I go to try the handle.
Oh God.
Yeah, it swings open.
Uh-oh.
Taylor,
I should have you know there's very few passerbys in this town, and there's like no thieves because anyone who stole something they'd find out who it was pretty easily. So most of the doors are usually just unlocked.
Okay, I open the door. Taylor, I'm entering your house peacefully.
There's no one downstairs, and it is pitch black.
I'm just gonna grab a candle, and can I see what's the floor plan of the house?
Essentially, so there's the bottom floor, which is like the showroom. And then past the showroom, there's kind of like a changing room area, and then another one with like a pedestal where Mr. Carver can like put the people on and like measure them, and then there's also a workshop, and then there's a stairways up.
Okay, I'm gonna check all those places first. I assume he's not there.
He's not in any of them.
Okay, now I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Okay.
This whole time it's like Taylor.
Taylor.
I'm just
Every
Taylor.
room you walk into, you're just
Taylor.
like, Taylor, I'm entering this room peacefully.
Dude, I would really love like a smash cut for every single room. Like
Taylor,
that'd be
entering
hilarious.
Taylor.
Taylor.
I've entered this room peacefully.
Every door just slams open, but his arms are to his side. And he's like, Taylor.
Please do not.
Yeah. So after you open all the doors and you head upstairs, there's only one room left, and it's his bedroom.
All right, I'm gonna knock first.
You knock to no response.
And now I'm gonna enter the room.
Yeah. So as you open the room, you kind of see a stirring in the bed. As you can see the tailor kind of roll over, and he's got like cotton in his ears.
Oh, that would explain it. Is there like a light in his room or something?
Not
Just
in
the
the
candle
traditional
rolling.
sense.
Candle.
You can light a candle in his room.
Okay. I don't need to. I'm just gonna walk up to him I'm just looking straight down practically.
Just hovering over him.
Yeah, he doesn't notice anything yet.
I'm just gonna pluck the cotton out and get really close.
He stands up.
Get really close and go, Taylor.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
He stirs up and he kind of sees this reflective object talking to him. And he's oh God, no! And he falls out of his bed off the other side and peeks up over it and looks at you again, but you're in dim light.
Yeah.
He's like, God? Is that? Have I finally passed to the great beyond?
Not yet.
What? Oh.
Stay calm, old man.
He looks down at him. He's like, I'm not that old.
I've entered your house peacefully, and have only minorly searched it for specifically you. I would require your assistance, and I will pay what is necessary for the work.
Can we wait till my office hours? I'm trying to sleep.
Preferably not. I will pay handsomely.
It's communications, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I know you haven't been alive too long. So usually it's not very, it is common courtesy to perform business during business hours. So what is so urgent about, you don't even wear clothes.
It's not clothes. I am currently completely useless to my party. and I'm seeking to not be completely useless. I have a plan. All I need are your talents to sew together a specific set of items I have.
Okay, pay me a little extra and I'll do it. This is after our fees.
Poor old man.
How much is leather armor?
Leather armor.
Because I think that's a good basis for what this price would be.
Wait, is it around the whole body?
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
literally just a tube.
No,
10
I know.
gold pieces.
10 gold pieces? So this would be 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We've got plenty of money.
Yeah. And so he gets up
losing it.
and he
Breaking shit.
like groggily heads down the stairs. And he kind of sits in a little chair and he wheels over to a workstation and he pops it open, lights a couple candles around it. And there is he pulls out a little glowing magic needle. And he takes out a small wand. And he says, all right, first of all, stand on the pedestal. And as you go to stand on it, your head kind of bonks into the ceiling because you're 8 feet tall. So describe to me what you wanted.
And I lay out the water skins. I didn't bother to put them in storage because it's
Right, it's all wet.
I just hand them to him. I'd like this to be fashioned into a tube that can be, for clarification, I'm currently filled with water right now.
Okay, that would explain the sloshing I hear.
What I need
fucking
you
step.
to create is simply a hose that is capable of holding water that is long enough to go from my back compartment to about here on my hand.
Okay. Sure, one thing. One sec. And he takes some measurements on your body, and he wheels over to a little compartment and he gets some more supplies that he needs. And he kind of puts it all up in the air using the wand and levitates it to your body, and then kind of dances around the wand like that as it starts sewing everything together. And what is finally built is, in one hand you've got one of the leather sacks that has springs in it, and then it leads to the back panel, and then it comes over your arm here so that you can shoot. And he says, all right, so this is how this works. That's a little air compartment. You squeeze that, and then the same volume of water comes out the front. So you should just squeeze that a couple times, and it'll shoot some water.
I'll be able to compress it in my hand compartment too.
Okay, so I guess you could use this to refill the... I don't know how you work. Can I go to
None of us do.
bed now? I'm really tired. It's and he looks over at a little grandfather, not a little, a grandfather clock.
The grandfather clock.
Sitting on one of the walls. He's like, it's 11 o'clock. Can I go to bed now?
Certainly. I apologize for waking you up at such a late hour.
I mean, you said you could have just let me sleep and do this. Whatever. Good night.
So then I dispense the coinage, and I'll give him 1 extra gold.
So you give him 5 gold instead of 4?
Yeah.
Well, thank you kindly. I'm going to go to bed now. Good night. And he puts his stuff away, blows out the candles, and heads back upstairs. And you can hear him
Sweet
muttering as he
dreams.
goes upstairs.
So is it already connected to my hand?
Yeah, everything's all connected. It's ready to
Alright.
use.
Cool. This
And-
should do. And I just walk back.
Are you squirting water as you're walking back?
So I'm gonna get out I'm gonna test to see what the range and
In session 20, it's just gonna be filled with blood.
Oversized
Yeah.
sprinkler
So the
system.
range is, it doesn't do any damage.
yeah.
The range is 30 feet.
Okay.
As you're walking back, we're gonna cut back to the Mind Flayer base, where the box in the back of that dark room, the counter reaches 0, and it says, it says in communications voice, revival complete, booting sequence initiated, and the red button pushes in by itself and unfolds like origami communications. So, communications, you have just been revived. The last thing that you remember is that Ziligrain told you that you were going to go fight something for the Harvest Moon Festival. And Vivaldi has informed you that during said fight, you lost connection, and the Mind Flayers have seemed to fail to acknowledge that and have not revived you. So Vivaldi took it upon themselves to revive you instead. So you are standing in a dark room with in front of you. There are 15 of these like chambers that have the different party members kind of floating in them, but like with almost nothing on, just like kind of bodysuits that are like kind of compression suits. And then next to you, there are 2 other boxes just like the one that you unfolded from. What do you do?
I'm gonna like reflect like, Well, I'm in this closet I do not understand. Perhaps I shall seek guidance outside of it. And I the door busts open.
Taylor.
I thought he was just gonna start walking up to you and just start.
Beep, beep.
No, I'm not gonna.
There's an army of communications.
Taylor. My heart beats.
No, communications knows the rules. It wouldn't do that.
Synth bitch.
Terminate.
Dubstep.
Yeah, so communications, you have exited into this hallway. There is, it's like lightly lit with just kind of like floating lights above. It's a long hallway with like smooth, like marbleescent floors. And as you like bust open, like a smaller looking mind flare, not tiny, but like kind of scrawny looking, kind of like cowers back as you bust it open, and like kind of looks at you.
Hello.
And he's got like a technician, like headset on. It's like, communications. What are you doing in there?
I've been revived after losing
No, you didn't die. The party left like 12 hours ago. Oh my god, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. They can't see us together. They're gonna think that I kept you back.
I'm confused. They left without me?
I don't know how they didn't catch this. But if they know that I am with you now, I'm gonna get the blame for it. So we gotta go. I'll bring you back to the door. And so you guys start walking down the hallway, and you hear a noise to the right. Ooh! you hear a noise to the right at one of the junctions, and this mind flare kind of like stops you and says, "No, we gotta hide." And so he like pulls you behind this little like trash can thing, and roll a stealth check.
All right.
This is some wacky tacky shit.
12.
I'm so confused.
I'm loving it though.
Yeah, it's a 12, no modifier.
12, no modifier? That's fine. The people rolled very low perception. So you see another group of 3
It's just a really big
walking
trash
by. Mind flayers walking by, just kind of talking, and they walk by and they come to a point where there's a hole in the ceiling, and they kind of level up to the floor above. And you guys continue kind of sneaking back to the main room. The main room is completely dark now. It's they're not doing any filming right now, but there's a room above that is illuminated where some people are controlling the cameras that are following around you. Actual communications, but you don't see it. The screens are faced the other way. And so as this mind flayer sneaks you up to the door, it's like, so you need to get out there and just mix in, and don't tell anyone about this, okay?
Understood. What is not understood is why would the party leave without me?
I don't know. I'm surprised no one caught it. My name's Slegic, by the way. It's nice to meet you, communications. You should be on your way. And he takes out like a little key card thing, and he like slides it onto the door, and the door like opens up just a crack, and he pushes you through, and he closes the door, and he runs away. And
Oh no!
so
Sandstorm. Fuck.
in the town, the purple door opens up a little bit and releases some purple light as a new communications enters the scene, and that's where we'll end the episode.
Which contestant did the best? Vote by typing their letter in square brackets in the comments below. The contestant who receives the most votes will be rewarded an inspiration chunk before their next adventure.
My name is Pablo
You forgot your name.
Pablo Map.
Pablo Master.
Hey, I'm just
I'm the Pablo Master.
Oh, yes!
Why am I messing it up now? I've been fine for the past 5 episodes. It's
See, this is why I don't give gold to people. Oh, I'm so stupid.
This is why I can't trust commoners with my gold.
Exactly.
Peasants.
Welcome to episode 6. Mickey becomes classist.
What's this I smell? Is that a pori in my general area?
My name is Pablo Demarath, and I'll be your DM throughout. No! You're doing so good!
Pablo looking pretty thick, am I right?